Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Since TJ and Molly had the same case that morning, they snatched each other's phones and headed to the hospital. They briefly discuss Christina and how neither of them has heard from her recently. Tay feels that they ought to attend Christina's upcoming appointment, but Molly reminds him that Christina gets upset when others cross her limits. After Portia leaves to speak with Molly, TJ resumes his rounds. Portia queries how Laura Collins' scheme to liberate Heather Weber would be thwarted by the DA's office. After checking the system, Molly reports that no motions have been submitted in relation to this. She adds that if there is, Heather's attorneys will counter that there is no mens rea, that she was not in control of her conduct, and that the cobalt poisoning is a factor. Molly owes a lot to Heather's victims. Portia screams, and it's her responsibility to ensure Heather stays behind bars. Once more, Molly claims there are no indications that things is getting better. Portia vows to use every resource at her disposal to combat this. Laura is furious in her office because a press piece falsely suggests that she is attempting to secure Heather Weber's release. However, this is untrue. She is curious as to who gave the press access to this leak. Laura urges Jordan to go question the man about confidentiality when she calls him into the records room for a meeting. In addition, she claims that Jordan foresaw this happening and that she can now claim, "I told you so." Jordan advises her to get ahead of things and make it clear that she does not support Heather's release in a statement. Laura is unable to do so because she is unwilling to make a commitment that she might later regret. Curtis steps in, saying he has to speak with Laura. Laura believes she knows why Jordan is here after he leaves them. He claims that Portia has been concerned that she is attempting to get Heather's conviction overturned, and he has since read a newspaper piece supporting that theory. Although Laura claims she is not trying to release Heather, she is investigating any potential legal repercussions for her case in light of Heather's diagnosis. Despite the fact that she is not an attorney and cannot foresee the judge's decision, she feels that Heather should have her case reconsidered in light of her diagnosis. "So you want her freed?" he asks. Laura maintains that she doesn't, that all she's done so far is request documents, and that she simply wants to know if she has the right to have her case re-examined. Curtis asks her to picture her child witnessing the assault and death of their friends and mentors. What if the murderer's true objective was your child? Did she want that individual to be free to commit murder once more? What about Ava and Diane, who were survivors, and don't they also deserve justice, he wonders? And what about the individuals she killed? Laura states that although Heather doesn't dispute her actions, her diagnosis should be noted because it may have played a role. What happens if this changes her sentence? Curtis wonders. Laura says the courts should make that determination. Laura claims that acting in this manner is just. According to Curtis, neither life nor the deaths of those who took their lives were fair. Curtis assures her that he and Portia will fight her tooth and nail, and that she is mistaken on this one. He leaves. It appears reasonable to suppose that Jason will escape the would-be assassin's gunshot. Yes, there were whispers when Steve Burton made his comeback to the soap opera that he would only be there for a few weeks before making another big, flashy leave. Actually, what happened this week on television appeared a lot closer to what several people had been guessing. Nevertheless, Burton stated emphatically that there was much exaggeration around the tales of his character's latest impending death. During an episode of their well-liked daily drama podcast, he joked to co-star Bradford Anderson, "Spinelli, they said I only signed a 3-month contract, and then I'm dying. Guess what, hey?" he asked. "My contract is for 2 years, and I'm not going to die. Therefore, no, we don't even think for a second that the show just outed Jason." This brings up the next important query. Who attempted to remove Jason? And might it have been Sonny, his old best friend? After Sonny and Jason's tense interaction just before the former was shot, It really seemed as though anything were feasible. If you don't move out of my path, we're done. Sonny threatened to fire his unwelcome business associate. You've left. Sonny later ran into Carly and revealed that he was dealing with Jason, as if that wasn't already enough incriminating information. I gave him the opportunity to walk away by offering to buy him out of the coffee business. Sonny snarled. Whatever happens next is on him because he refused. Cue shots fired in Jason's general direction as we were still hearing Sonny's statements. But we can't help but feel that the entire exchange might have been a ruse to confuse us about something equally dubious, because Jason has been the target of evil forces' alignment for a while. Brennan and Valentin are both aware of Jason's involvement with the FBI. It can't be a coincidence, either, given they recently talked about how they could get rid of Jason and frame Sonny for the crime, accomplishing two goals at once. Of course, the ongoing upheaval behind the scenes may make the true tale of who shot Jason and why even more convoluted. The program is changing head writers like a bunch of lustful teenagers, so it's hard to predict if the plot will keep going in the same path or take a completely other turn. There's no need to send out the bat signal into space. Even though Anna is en route to Port Charles, rather than Gotham City, there has been a crime there. Well, when Sonny gets called out by his ex-wife Carly, it's going to feel just like old times. Valentin keeps acting in the most dubious way imaginable. He even arranges a covert rendezvous this time. Natalia, take caution. Ava is at her most lethal when she plays nice. It's probably not surprising that Christina feels deceived given the recent events. Tuesday, June 4th, spoilers for General Hospital. As Anna continues her inquiry, she comes across something quite horrible. Even though Drew and Carly are no longer together, he can still surprise her. John is threatening to drag someone in, or at the very least, he's prepared to make an arrest. But to whom? Why does Finn push Elizabeth out of his way? Chase finds himself depending on Brooklyn for assistance while he grieves. According to news reports, Johnny Wachter, a former employee of General Hospital, was shot and killed early on Saturday morning in Los Angeles by a thief attempting to take the catalytic converter out of his car. Before being shot, the 37-year-old man is said to have moved in front of a female coworker to shield her. The extent of Johnny's influence on the world during his brief existence is evident from the love, sorrow, and grief that his friends and family have shown for him in the wake of this horrific crime. The police report states that Johnny saw the men and thought they were towing his car after leaving his employment at a rooftop bar and escorting his colleague to their cars. According to his mother, Scarlett, he was taken to a hospital where he passed away after failing to confront or agitate the thieves, who are still at large. Actress Tessa Farrell, who was devastated by the actor's death, made a video wherein she called him a bright soul to this world and blasted the criminals who murdered his life. On social media, Sophia Matson, who portrayed Wachter's wife Sasha Gilmore, paid tribute to the actor, writing, "My heart is so utterly broken. There was nothing like Johnny. So sincere, such compassion, incredibly modest and diligent, with a vast heart that brought so much happiness and kindness." On his Instagram, Perry Shen stated, "During our time on GA, we had never worked together. We didn't really get to know one another until this past October when participating in an East Coast multi-city event. Discussed our life and professional tales. I was overjoyed to meet someone new and feel an immediate and easy connection with them. Johnny Wachter was a beautiful, beautiful soul," he continued. "Such talent. Absent ego, as hilarious as ever. Fit as a tornado, yet he also enjoyed ice cream and consumed all of my junk food. In addition, after seeing a Mehmet play, he reignited my interest in live theater. We offer the families of Johnny Wachter our sincerest sympathies. R.I.P. Johnny." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.